Happy Sunday! What's up? Gibby says happy Sunday. 1 second. I just made a podcast, and I'll tag the link below on visualization, dream boarding, and why it keeps you motivated, and in my case, makes you be awake. So today started like every day has the past 8 weeks of my life, sleep deprived and tired as heck. And when you're tired on the weekends, that's no fun because that's the time you're supposed to catch up on your sleep, right? So if you're watching this, whether live or on the replay, drop your favorite emoji below and let me know where you're watching from. So thanks so much for tuning in. I wanted to talk about dream boarding and why at 8 a.m. this morning I was scrolling through Facebook and realizing that, you know, 2 of my girlfriends were just in Nantucket. One because Carrie is living there for the past couple of weeks and the other girlfriend was visiting, and they had such a great time. And so the podcast I just recorded was all about how looking at their picture and being tired made me realize that one of my goals, one of my dreams, so we're going to do this as long as Gibson will let me. If you're watching this and you have kids, let me know how old they are, if they're a boy or a girl, and if you wear them, how long you wore them for. So one of my goals is to be able to charter yachts, and I'm super proud of that because I had some peripheral experience in the recent years of being around yachts and had the amazing opportunity in my early to mid 20s, before I even realized what was happening. All of a sudden, 6 best friends were on a yacht vacationing for free. It was just one of these things that happened because they were crew and the boat wasn't ready to go back to the mainland yet, and we were just accessories to being able to have fun. Okay, Gibson, hold on. So I talked in my podcast about why it's important to be really specific about your goals. A lot of us right now are Rachel Hollis followers, and I was listening to one of her podcasts, and she has a goal, I think by the age of 40, to own a house in Hawaii. She knows how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what the house is going to look like, the paint colors, what it'll smell like. She's got the whole thing very specifically detailed. And it doesn't matter what your goals are. It just matters that you're really, really, really specific about them. So my experience on yachts, which was again by random happenstance, and also peripheral because my friends were crew working on the yachts, sweating, not enjoying them, plus some time I had spent in Nantucket with the memory that got surfaced when I saw that 2 of my friends were in Nantucket this last weekend, made me realize at 8 a.m. this morning, when I was tired as all get out before my second cup of coffee, that, something that helps you motivate you, something that gets you over the hump when you are down for whatever reason, be it tiredness or a loss or having recently failed forward, is remembering your dream board and your vision board. So in today's technologically digital world, where do you store your dream board? If you're still or haven't ever, I encourage you to go pick up a bunch of magazines and cut out the pictures and buy some poster board and paste them on there, right? Like a 3rd grade school craft, and then put it in your bedroom or your office or your kitchen or your living room, wherever you can see it every day. That method works. Another method that works for putting your dream board somewhere is on Pinterest. And there's 2 schools of thought, right? Some people say, talk about your goals and put them out there, so that the world will respond and act as if you're already achieving these results, so that your brain can act and your actions can make it so that you are working toward these things as if they're already happening. Another school of thought, just like in anything in life, is many people will say this, the same amount of other people will say this. Other books say, don't talk about it at all. Don't share what you want to accomplish. Don't share your goals. Don't put your visions out there, your dream board out there. Keep it to yourself. So if you're watching this and you want to share, which one are you? The one that talks about it or the one that keeps it to yourself? It's all good. Clearly, I'm somebody who talks about it. Traditionally, only to people that are very close to me, and I don't share all the goals with everyone. But on today's podcast, I did share several of my goals, from why I want to be able to charter yachts, and less about the why, just about like what that will look like for me. I talked about my eyelash extensions, and I talked about my goal for working toward a Range Rover here in the next several months. So that's just a little bit about me, but the last 2 weekends I have been recreating my vision board, and it's really important, I think, to readdress like what your goals are every several months or every year, because your goals are going to change and evolve as you grow spiritually, emotionally, physically, right? And mentally, as you continue to educate yourself, and as you're and just as you mature as a human being, what is on your dream board is going to change, and that's okay. So you just want to make sure that what you're putting out there is still consistent. And according to Rachel Hollis, you want to make sure that it's specific. So I just wanted to see from you if you're somebody who wants to talk about it, and if you're watching this, whether live or on the replay, let me know what some of your goals are. And if you don't want to share, that's okay. Just know that having a dream board and putting it somewhere, either on your phone, you could do a photo collage app and get a bunch of images from the internet and put them all on the collage, and then put them on the home screen of your telephone, or put them in a photo album, or put them on a Pinterest board. That Pinterest board can be public, or you can make a secret board. There's a lot of ways to do this in a digitally advanced world, and there's also the old school way of doing it, with magazines and scissors and glue, right? Both ways are effective. The important thing is it's front and center every day, so that when you're having to wake up and you get to go to work, when you're hustling, when you're working on your passion projects on the weekend, that you're reminded of why you're hustling and what you're hustling for. Many of your goals might be long-term, and I encourage you to have both short-term and long-term goals. So short-term might be something next week, next month, or next year. And long-term might be 10 or plus years from now. But it's important that you're constantly working toward things, so that when you ask your husband, hey, can we record a podcast later? Or can we have a business meeting to talk about our property management business? Or you're sitting at 8 a.m. when everyone else is sleeping because the baby's been up all night, and you're wearing him for his own sanity of sleeping better, which prevents you from sleeping unless you want to sleep sitting up. You come into your office and you're trying to find motivation, and you don't need to have it all the time, right? But I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw my girlfriends, and I'm in a place that's near and dear to my heart, and I'm reminded of one of my goals, to charter yachts from several locations with several times throughout my life. And it just kind of all came to fruition that like maybe I should share with you why I dream board and why I practice visualization, and maybe how it can help you do the same, whether it's be motivated in a time when you're down, or remain motivated to crush your goals day in and day out. So thanks again for tuning in. If this was helpful, let me know. If there's other topics you want to hear about, I'd be happy to educate myself and share with you what I'm learning. So that's it. Happy Sunday.